Hi, Rockdale. Sean Kimball here with your weekly COVID report. Today, again, we're talking with Meredith Barnum. She's got a couple of notes for us in regards to the vaccinations and the sites.
Thanks, Sean. So we have a couple of updates today. Nothing as exciting as last week. Last week was our big update week. But for this week, we've got just a couple reminders. The big GEMA sites are going to be closing tomorrow. So that means that today and tomorrow are your last day to get your drive-through Johnson & Johnson or your second dose Pfizer. If you want to get your second dose Pfizer, you might be able to walk into an appointment, but try to make one online. Johnson & Johnson, it's pretty much just walk up at this point. There's a wide availability for that. And then we do just want to take a minute to remind people to get their second dose. If you have a Moderna or a Pfizer first dose, you really, really need that second dose in order to reach the full efficiency of the vaccine. So if you just hang on to your first dose, you're only about 60% protected. It's really not worth it. So you might as well go ahead and get the other one. And then after you get your second one, you have 2 weeks, and then you're considered fully vaccinated. And then you can abide by everything that we talked about last week, which is CDC's new mask ordinances about not having to wear a mask and not having to socially distance in most settings. So life is a little bit better once you get that second one knocked out. CDC did go ahead and approve Pfizer for kids as young as 12, which is great news. A lot of private providers are now doing that. The mass vaccination sites will be doing that as well. Again, Johnson & Johnson isn't approved for that young, but if you want to get Pfizer at one of the mass vaccination sites or at one of the Springfield or Newton sites at Piedmont Tech, then those are available for 12. Just make sure that you have a guardian with you or that you look up the private provider's specific directions on whether or not you need to bring a consent, things like that. But overall, we're seeing a great decline in the Rockdale numbers. Everything's holding really steady. Right now, we're right under 5%, which is where we want to be. We're trending downward, which is great. Just a reminder, as the weather starts to get nice and it's beautiful and great outside, if you're unvaccinated, keep your mask on and socially distance when you can. If you're vaccinated and you're uncomfortable in any kind of area like that, you're unsure if you're around anyone who's high risk, just be careful and wear a mask, and everyone stay sanitized and stay safe.
Thank you, Meredith. Folks, we are not going to be having a weekly COVID report next week. We'll be on vacation, so we're going to put that on hiatus for a week. We'll be back the following week right here on Rockdale 23.